I don't know about you, but Elvis does. Elvis knows about you. But I have this question. I'm working on this thing, super fantastic thing, and this thought came up of being pulled in too many directions where you're signing up for stuff that you really have no interest or intention of wanting to do, but you do it anyway. Now, how can you free up time in your day so that you're actually creating the life and the business that you love? First is by not signing up for things that you don't want to do, or signing up for going to lunch with people that you don't want to have lunch with, or signing up for Zoom calls with people to get to know you better. That is a sales tactic, my dear. That is a sales tactic. And I know, and you know, that what they're going to be doing is talking about themselves. And if you have no interest in getting to know that person or their offering or their product or their services or even who they are as a person, then I'm going to challenge you to say this, because people pleasers, I have been known to be a people pleaser where it's more important for me to take care of other people's needs than to take care of my own first, has actually made me not happy. It comes back. It always comes back, my dear. And what happens is when we don't say, no thanks, to an invite because we feel guilty or we feel, oh, they're going to be mad at me. Or what happens if they hate me? What if they tell other people that I'm mean? We're not in third grade. So my the response that I love that I'm going to offer to you is this. When somebody asks you to do something that you really have no intention or interest or want or need to do, they ask you the question and you say, instead of, sure, yeah, I'd love to do that, where in the back of your head you're like, no, why did I just say yes? Duh. Say this. This is something I'm not going to be able to do. This is something I am not going to be able to do. Elvis loves that response. I tell that to him all the time, and he tells me right back, that is something I am not going to be able to do. That is a sentence. That is a full sentence. That is full stop. I mean, you can say no or no thanks, but you don't have to make up excuses. You don't have to tell. See, this is what I see people doing. They're like, oh, you know what? I would love to do that, but I don't have time right now, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the energy or the effort. I can't. I mean, like they're giving some kind of a reason. And at what point did we have to start giving a reason why we don't want to do something? And why don't people take you at your word? Why do they keep trying to pull you? Like, well, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to do it? I mean, like trying to guilt you into a response that they want you to have, which I had that happen this week where I gave a person, I mean, at that point, it was an honest response where you know what? I'm getting a lot of requests to have these Zoom conference calls to get to know each other. And quite honestly, I don't have enough time in the day to be having all these Zoom conference calls just to get to know everybody. I need to run my business because that's what I do. I run a business. And I understand networking and having to meet strangers might be on that list for a lot of people, but it's not mine. And if I want to get to know somebody, I promise you, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce myself to you. Now, if you have an interest in getting to know me, then that's cool. Be honest with me. Say, listen, I would love to try to sell you my service, and give me the opportunity to at least say, do I want to hear about your service? What service do you have? Don't be sneaky with me. Oh, I don't like the sneaky. Oh, like, no, I don't do sneaky. I do upfront. I want to know what you want from me. And if I have the time or the interest, then I'll let you know. And if I don't have the time or the interest, then I'm going to say, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. You don't have to give a reason why. You don't even have to say thank you. I mean, obviously, it's nicer to be nice and polite, but at some point, we have stopped taking ourselves and our own needs into consideration. And I, for one, am not going to do that anymore. I'm not signing up for that as a people pleaser. No, no, no. I'm not going to be able to do that. Thank you, though. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's a full sentence. That's it. And if you have people in your life that are pulling you in places that you don't want to go or asking you to do things you don't want to do, I mean, obviously family is a little bit harder, but you can be honest with them too. And be honest with love, be honest with respect to yourself first and then to others, okay? So freeing up your time includes having to say, no, thank you. I'm not going to be able to do that. No reason, okay? Because if you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm so crazy, I'm so busy, everything's so crazy, busy, my life is a shit show. What are you doing to fill your time? What are you doing to fill your hours? Can you maybe get rid of a couple of things that you don't want to do? Or can you get things off of your calendar that really have no business being there to begin with? I bet you can. I bet you can, girl. Okay, you have a nice day. And remember, no, thank you. I'm not going to be able to do that.